Yes, it's Slimmy, and yes, I did live on top Property Matta, where they share on top your number one family entertainment channel, WAP TV. It's a Tuesday, and yes, I know it's not be the first edition for the year, BD. So I was telling Mr. Debo Happy New Year, and he was like, "Really, Slimmy?" And I said, "Yes, I just seen for the first time this year, Mr. Debo. So I'm gonna say it again on set. Happy New Year to you."
Happy, and I'm not sure it's Happy New Year we should be saying. I think we should be saying like Happy New Century.
Something
like that.
But it is not my fault.
When you are big, you are big. Whenever we see Slimmy on this set, just let me greet her. Because it's not easy to just have first lady on the set like this. You understand?
This kind of presidential treatment.
WAP, most distinguished.
Mr. Debo, please, I don't have anything.
Lady presenter.
Thank God.
I mean, you are having management member on set.
The chief is a management member.
You know, chief is a guy now.
As a matter of fact, he's even my boss.
And chief, you are a sophisticated manager. You understand what I'm talking about?
I don't this for my salary. I will come to your office too.
No problem. Come and help us sell property.
Never can tell.
You know. Good morning, viewers. Good morning. Happy New Year to those of you that missed us last year, because we've been here for some time, you know. Yep. And I hope that you are really prepared and ready to go regarding your property matter and investment this year. We talked about what the property market would look like or may look like this year last week. So if you missed that episode,
it's on YouTube.
Yes, go to WAP TV YouTube channel and catch up, because that's what you need to do. You need to learn this year to do things better. Before you take those steps, get the necessary learning. So watch that. And today we are talking about something else.
Something also very important.
Yeah, Chief actually promised them last year that we are going to do this. So that's why we are talking about fire.
Don't worry, we continue from where I will stop today.
You see?
Once
in a blue moon.
No, he's going to be around by next week.
Once in a blue moon.
It's just fair for him to continue.
You know, Chief has gone to Ijedodo.
He has gone to Oyo. Their roof is leaking.
So
he has to go and fix it. It's part of what we are talking about. Don't use fake roof. Don't use fake roof. Say no.
Chief will not hear.
They will not hear. You're going to be using Ladukman. What's it called?
So today we are talking about protecting your property investment against fire. Against fire. This particular topic is even very timely because we are entering in the dry season already. You can't say we are entering the dry season again. And fire is usually in our part of the world is more prevalent at this time. You know, at this time, you know, Harmattan, dry season and all. So that's why it is important that we talk about how you can protect your property against fire. But maybe before we go into the meat of that, let's also educate you about the causes of fire in our homes and offices, because, you know, causes of fire in our homes and offices. And I'll just try to go over them in the way that I think statistics has rated how frequent they occur, how they happen, where. So that's how we'll start from. Okay, so let's start. Number one, when you talk about your homes, your houses, residential places, the number one major cause of fire from research, cooking fire.
And now you now point fingers to women. Yes, now why did you start with cooking, Mr. Debo?
You know, I never even say anything.
Why did you go cooking?
They say LFO. You say, my phone is not that of yesterday.
No,
who asked you?
Mr. Debo, when you hear cooking, obviously you should know that most people would. Am I lying?
Who asks you? Nobody asks you.
Okay, so cooking fire.
We are not talking about who is in the kitchen or who does the cooking. I'm just saying that the most prevalent cause of fire in the house, residential, is fire related to cooking.
So how does that occur then?
From the things you are burning, I mean, things that you are cooking, burning on the gas.
And you say most times when women are cooking, we're always on our phones.
You know, these days especially. You know,
I mean, we're learning a lot online.
Anybody cooking, sometimes, you know, there are people who, the temptation for them is that they should not just pick their phone when they are cooking. Before they realize they've forgotten that they are cooking.
They're actually doing something.
Until the odor
The smoke.
The smoke or whatever they start to see or perceive. That's when they realize,
like,
I have something on
fire.
I think I've heard of situations where people put something on fire, cooking, and they went out. Actually, forgot.
Really, yeah. Some people even
sleep off because maybe you try to do it tired.
Yeah.
Just say, I just must finish this. Let me just finish this.
Cooking beans.
And then, you know, whatever wakes you up will be fire from...
Smell.
Then gas, you know, leaking gas from cooking adventures. Maybe after you finish cooking, you didn't turn off your gas properly. You know, a lot of people just turn off their gas at the bonnet side. Yeah. You know, you don't go to the knob of the cylinder itself and turn it off. That is the best way to turn off your gas.
I'm guilty of that, though.
You see? And some people keep their gas cylinders within the kitchen. They put it under the way you are doing it. You look like you're an accused person in this matter. You know? They put it under the cylinder. The gas cylinder has a design where you can put your cylinder. So they put it to the gas cooker. They put it in there and they think it's safe. No.
It's not really.
The best place to house your gas cylinder is outdoor.
Yeah.
You know, outdoor. And just do a pipe inside. That way, sometimes you can be excused if you just turn off from your bonnet. But like I want people, at least on a daily basis, at the end of the day, when you are shutting down for the day, go outside there and shut it in the knob. It's usually better. But if you can be doing that even after every cooking episode,
I think the problem
is better.
Mr. Debo, most times people are just scared of them stealing their cylinders. I mean, they get steel generators, so how much more a cylinder?
I've seen people who would do burglary and put whatever on it.
And there's no excuse when it comes to safety, and nothing is actually too much. So let's not make it.
And when we talk about outside, your balcony is better than your outside. It may not be outside. Do you understand? Some kitchen have terraces. That is the pre-entry, you know. That place is better than inside.
Having it inside,
you know, so those are the things you need to. Because, hey, I've seen people lose lives. People lose their properties. I don't know whether you know how it feels. As old as you are now, Slimy, don't let me use you as an example. So let's say somebody that has gone through primary school, secondary school, university, masters, and all of that. And then you had a fire accident and all your certificates.
I mean,
in this current Nigeria, you don't need stress you go
the process
to reinstate yourself with those documentations.
You don't want to even imagine, though.
Let's go for police reports. You go for,
and it's not that easy.
What are you talking about? So you want to prevent putting yourself in that kind of situation. That's what we're talking about. You want to prevent having that kind of situation. So ensure that you watch out. Don't put things close, flammable things. Don't put them close to where you are cooking. Even your phone is actually
not safe. You know, when you are cooking.
You
not
know,
safe around
at all. Don't put anything flammable around where you are cooking. Some people, this is their gas cylinder, their gas cooker, and you will see plastics
around
them. No, it's not ideal. Clear the environment that you cook, because heat is generated in that place, and heat would melt a lot of things, okay? Will burn a lot of things. So you want to be very careful, because statistics have shown from research that cooking, especially in homes, is the major, you'll be shocked that even in offices and industries, cooking-related fire is also the highest. It's also the highest. So you want to prevent that, please. I beg of you, okay?
So you can do better this year. So you where they watch, if you don't see your cylinder, people don't talk, your cylinder, they right there inside your kitchen, so they talk. Find way, put them outside.
Like the person where they talk. You understand? No, just to drive home the point. No, just to drive home the point.
No problem. I will not say anything on this set again.
Number two for your homes, okay?
Okay.
Heating or air conditioning related fire.
Okay. That will not be power.
Cooling, heating or cooling related fire. No, ACs beyond just power. ACs are like next from research. as to the major sources of fire in homes. Because now, this is what happens. A lot of times, when they take lights, people just leave
it.
those things.
They don't switch them off.
Yeah, they don't switch them off. And sometimes when they bring lights, the surge, depending on the shelf life or the condition of your AC, sometimes those ACs give up and spark.
Immediately, yes.
They spark, and before you know it, some people have gone out by that time. When they were at home, there was light. Then they took off the light. They forgot to switch off the stuff. By the time they were going out, they forgot that the AC was ever on. So, they go. And before they come back, they'll be calling them.
Yes.
You know, or they are asleep at night, and the light goes off. By the time it comes back with a serious surge.
And then like that,
the AC reacts and fire starts, you know. So you want to be careful around your cooking or cooling and eating equipment.
A celebrity lost her house recent, I think sometimes last year, last year, everything got burnt.
Or year before.
No, last year that one happened, but last year a female celebrity, yes, everything actually got burnt just because of what you just said.
Wow, yes.
So you just advise him. You know, most times because we feel say most of these things they new. Actually, I just got the AC, it's new, it cannot happen, and then your mind, you feel I want it chilled.
Yeah.
So when it happens like that,
you need to please be very, very, very careful with that. You know, on campus or secondary school, that's boiling ring.
Hey. That one I don't know.
Again, cooking.
Cooking, see, has to do with cooking.
Because they use it to boil water, they use it to boil egg,
boil
they use
beans,
it to boil. In fact, in the university, you use boiling ring to cook
do everything.
You can use it to cook beans, you can use it to cook rice, you can use it to cook anything.
Anything, really.
Boil your water and then do your anything, really, you know. So you can imagine. So please.
Put in plastic.
Very important.
To melt the plastic.
Yes, so a lot of fire incidents on campuses.
Yeah.
That is boiling ring. That boiling ring, the amount of fire it has caused in our tertiary institutions.
Yes,
you don't want
not
to
even just tertiary institutions, even in homes.
In homes also.
Carelessness.
You know? Yeah. So just to reiterate the cooking part, then the eating and cooling. That is the next thing. But for offices, okay, or maybe I will just for offices. I would continue to move in and out. For offices, the next one after cooking related is electrical related fires. Wrong connection, short circuits, you know, breaker, you know, a lot of things just happening. You know, and electrical stuff is very, very funny. Have you seen junction boxes that are bad?
Yes.
And people will still be using it.
Yes. If they plug and they shock you,
not even shock, it sparks small, but because it's still supplying power to whatever.
But wait, but is it not normal to spark? I know you. Yes, now if I want to plug something, maybe it's supposed to spark. That means now that one will let you know say it work.
It touch be that.
No,
it's called hacking.
Oh, really?
It shake be that when it spark. You know, and then you are not supposed to. So if you are plugging something into power, switch off the source of power first.
Before
plug the thing firmly, secure it firmly before you put on the power. And when you notice you are hearing some sound like it's sparking inside, hacking inside, that thing needs to be fixed. Don't manage it. Because it will start getting hot, you know.
It will not melt.
Then,
and
it starts to melt the stuff. Sometimes you won't take notice before or you won't be at home. Some people don't also switch off things.
Yes.
That's another thing.
They switch off the TV, but they fail to switch off the switch.
The sockets and all of that. In offices, you are advised, okay, when you are shutting down for the day, ensure that you also switch off all your electrical appliances.
In case you get any property level where you want market with us, trust us, this is not the best show to make them happen. Right now, we open the phone lines this morning just because everything they talk about, everything Mr. Debo don't carry come now, everything guys do with everybody. Are they guilty already? And of course, I don't pick my lesson. Mr. Debo have accepted my faults. Okay, so feel free to call those numbers on the screen. Turn down the volume radio on your TV set so that we feel relate and, of course, hear ourselves well. Protecting your property investment against fire. It is very, imagine say you don't use money build. You don't spend your savings to build, and then just for one carelessness that could have been avoided. Because the truth is, most of these things can actually be avoided. Now, why don't one just make excuse again? And then you get to lose everything.
Yes, sir.
Ha!
Yes,
Man, I'm not praying for that, and I'm not wish out to anybody where they watch. So please call us, and if you've experienced it, really, I think I would like to know how you came out of it, because that one is straight up depression. Where you want to start from, like Mr. Debo talk, you know, easy to get police reports. You know, you want to do affidavit. Where you want to start from? That's if you're there alive, sir. Because some people don't even live to tell the story. Yeah. You understand? So,
which is the most tragic part.
Yes, obviously. So please feel free, share the experience with us so that others, where they watch us for house, go feeling, and definitely make your contributions on the show. Yeah.
So, we talked about electrical for the offices. That is like the third for housing, for homes, okay? The third. So, it's very, very important. Heating, some people don't do heating, you know. So, when thunder strikes, it could cause some things in their homes and things like that. So, you want to properly make sure that your electrical wiring in the house is well done. That's a major in our own environment.
That's why you don't get a quack.
That's exactly. So that's a major in our own environment. You can't leave it to a quack. Very important that you get your electricals done very well. I mean, you must have seen people electrocuted before.
Yeah.
That's just the least of it, you know. So, and electrocution just happens like this. So, you know, so that's even very, very dangerous. So, please watch out for things that has to do with electricals. Don't joke with them. Make sure things are properly done by professionals. Make sure that you check regularly when you are seeing signs of malfunctioning. Attend to it ASAP. Yes, attend to it like urgently. You know, give it the urgency that it deserves. It's very, very important. Then for the housing, the fourth one is smoking.
Smoking.
Yes, from research, smoking and candle fire.
Oh no, candle fire first. Candle fire first.
They are like together, because we are talking about naked fire situations.
Naked fires,
naked fire around the house that causes fire. You know, schools and all of that also. Candle is a major one. You know.
You want to read overnight.
You want to read overnight.
I mean, there was a sad story of a woman that locked her kids inside. She went to church, so she like locked the entire door and stuff, and she let the candle. Yes, so the 3 kids died before she came back. The house got burnt.
I think I read that story some years ago.
Yeah, some years ago.
Yeah, so you can imagine. So smoking, you know, somebody's smoking and then slips off. The sticks falls, ignites the rug, or on the bed, you know, or the settee, you know, anything, you know. So, and then it catches fire, and that's it. Before you know, you are not sure whether you are burning on earth or in, you know, to attend to this situation. So, I'll encourage that you watch out. If you are a smoker, be careful. I mean, don't smoke when you are tired.
Don't even smoke at all.
You know, I mean, if you're a smoker, like she said, we prefer that you don't smoke at all.
Your health,
but at least stay alive.
Mrs.
You know?
Amaka.
I guess Mrs. Amaka has some experience to share with us.
Hello,
Amaka
Mrs.
from Abia.
Abia.
Yes, so how are you, madam?
I want to share my experience concerning this program.
Please do.
Really saved me, saved my family and my property.
Oh,
please share with us.
Yeah, that of last year.
Okay.
Last 2 years, I mean to say.
Okay.
I came back from school. Then I said, I came back with fried chicken.
Okay.
But since I cannot use it that moment, let me fry it.
Okay.
So, because there is no light. Then I on my gas. Then after doing that, then I have to, for me to remove the chicken without opening the light again. Then I went out, stayed outside over 6 hours. Then the oil, everything got burned. The whole thing, my kitchen, that is, you know, God help it. The fire still on. Even the pot you have already turned to steel. That's steel. That if you just touch it, start bending.
Wow.
Even the thing I hang, the plastic sleeve that I hang on top of my kitchen unit, the thing burns. And luckily for me, I don't know what often that thing though. The thing just off itself. The fire was still on direct to that particular pot. Shortly, when I came back, I don't know what to say.
See what we are saying?
It is God.
Thank God it was not more than that.
That's, you know.
See?
That is,
I can imagine, Ms. Amaka. Thank God that you are here to tell the story.
I'm alive to testify this.
Yes, so that's a testimony.
Yeah. I hope you've taken precautions now
As
for
in
that
the
not to
lesson,
reoccur.
yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Amaka.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, like we're saying, cooking, that's it.
Cooking, though. See, boys are to
It's
cooking.
a major one. It's a major one. So, naked fires from smoking, from candle lights, you know, be very, very careful. If you can avoid candle lights, avoid it. I know
there are lamps.
They are also, well, well, they are also used for aroma and all of those things, people say. But if you can avoid it, you know, avoid it.
You want to give your loved one a treat. And
then maybe if you do that, make sure that you switch it off while you are conscious, you know, and things like that. It's very, very important. Naked fire, smoking, and candle lights are major sources of fire. In the industrial part, eating and, you know, what we talked about, cooling and eating comes like third, you know, in that area. And I think we've explained what that has to do with. Then, in the home setting also, another thing that causes fire, chemical-related fires. It's not so much, but it also happens. What you can call chemical-related fire, which is a bit predominant, okay, in our environment, but maybe I don't know where to put it other than chemical. Is this, I want to fuel my generator.
Okay. Oh.
You know, I want to refuel my generator kind of fire, you know. And is it that the generator is still hot? Because some people put off the generator really, but they don't know that heat and petrol are not friends.
Enemies.
Abayomi from Bauchi.
Two enemies.
Abayomi from Bauchi.
His volume is high. Your volume is high.
Okay, so that is a major one that you need to watch out for. Okay.
That one is wrong. You
want
to turn on gen. Your gen day on. He say you want top the fuel. Switch off. Let it come.
Exactly. The gen is running. They say I want to top.
He say no. Want to.
Just to.
And at the same time, you are still using your phone set to
exactly. Phone for touch light.
Phone. Gen is running and you are pouring fuel.
Phone light.
It's not everything that is from the village.
Wow. So it's obvious that we can't finish this today.
Definitely.
So we would continue. We'll continue from here
next week when
Chief comes back and Slimmy has gone back to our base.
I will surprise you next week.
Okay, surprise us now.
Until next week, Mr. Debo will be here, but of course, remember your #1 family entertainment channel continues.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Debo.
See you next week. You're welcome.
I'll see you all when you see me.